Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Solomon Bailey, online tag name HaloNix76, and today we are playing on the Shadowmeres SMP. We're doing a small tour of my completion of Phase 3 right before we go ahead and re-roll the server. So the server is going to be changing, but big news, the reason why I'm not wearing my chest armor is because before we re-rolled the server, we went ahead and killed the Ender Dragon. That's right. I have Elytra. So we'll get right back into the actual tour, showing you what I have finished, which is Phase 3, which is this giant tower over here. Now, I wanted to go with a little bit more of a whimsical fantasy theme, because whimsy has been the thing I've actually done with my area, except for the Fire Factory and this. That's kind of a city build, but everything else has been kind of whimsical and fantasy, like the Wizard's Tower, or Wizard's Library. So I did the tower in kind of the same fashion. We'll go ahead and get right into the tour. We'll do a quick flyby, so that way you can see kind of the top and everything on the surrounding area. I tried to do as much as I could with texturing, making sure that nothing was flat, because this is a very large build. And because it is such a large build, it's going to need to actually show depth and structure. So I went ahead and used all kinds of different methods. I've used like cracked blackstone with the blackstone. I actually take and used spots where there's chunks missing out of the wall, so that it looks like blocks are actually missing. And I use a bunch of different methods when it comes to the roof here and down here, so that they actually look a little bit like a gradient. There's a gradient on both of the roofs, so that even when you look at them from a distance, they look like they're actually real. So anyway, we'll go ahead and go over here and approach the actual tower from the direction you're supposed to be approaching it from, which is this bridge. Ah, I hit the bridge. That's okay. So as you cross over the bridge, you'll obviously see everything in this area. The Fire Factory, first focal point, then the Wizard's Library, but way off in the distance, you'll actually see the tower. Now, on the sides of the tower, you can see that I put a sword there. There's an axe there. Over on this other side, I believe is the pickaxe. Yep, that's the pickaxe. And then on the back side, I put a hoe. Now, as we're doing the roof, since we're up here, I went ahead and put this twisted kind of cage structure on both roofs, but this one obviously has an end crystal in it to show that there's power coming into the tower, which if you see the lightning rods, yeah, I put those up there so that it wouldn't ignite that. And then we have a landing pad right here, which is where I got the idea for the tendrils that are up there. These ones come in for the landing pad, those ones go out. So, going back down here, we'll go ahead and go in through the main entrance, which is right here. As you're coming up here, if you're paying attention, you'll actually see there's like little paths and like path to areas that kind of lead you to secret gardens that are on the first level. But anyway, moving back up over here to the actual entrance, I wanted to show the expensive blocks. They're really not expensive, but I wanted to show the use that we are in the end game and using every block. So I used purple blocks to actually make, and I put the fire flower in the vases as you come up here to the entrance. Oh, I forgot to put my black sounds on. Hang on. Blooper reel. Okay, so as you actually come into here, this is the dining hall. I love my grandfather clocks. I have to put one up in every one. There is a hidden area back there. Don't tell anybody. But the main reason for the tower was just to go up. I wanted a big structure, so I had to work in the vertical, which is why I made such a large doorway here, because I wanted to frame this cooking area in the kitchen and storage, so that you could see the cloud or the smoke going up. But as you look up, this is the big structure inside the tower is actually this kaleidoscope chandelier. It's an iron chandelier, which is made out of end rods and iron chains. And it goes for, I'd say, about 75 blocks down, twisting around. As you walk up the actual stairs, you can circle around it and get a good look at all of it. But I didn't want just that, and I did need to have the landing area. That's why I had to have that. But I wanted to actually go ahead and have these structures, these little balconies, and hanging off of them different types of trees, which is what I did. So as we go up here, you can actually get out onto the balconies and look out over the entire area in all four directions. Oh, there is that scaffolding I was looking for. I've been looking for that for like a minute. But as you see down there, that would have been phase 4. We're not going to do phase 4 because they're going to re-roll the server. But you can look out over everything that we pretty much have built unless you're looking directly down. I had plans to build stuff over here, over there, over there. That was all phase 4 though. And there was going to be down there where you see the hill right there. That was going to be a shooting gallery for bowsmen, for the bow. But anyway, we'll go up here to the top where you can see how the chandelier is actually attached to the tower. And then, of course, the cage structure with the end crystal up there. So without an elytra, you can still get to the top and actually see everything that you want to see. All right, so let's take a quick way down. Oh yeah, inside my cage there, you can see I have a diamond and... Hold on. Pause for a moment while I actually fix things. I'm just going to put it out there. Everybody dies in Minecraft. That's proof that I do too. Okay, so as we're going back, I was coming down here anyway. So let's go ahead and continue the tour now. Let's go ahead and do the private quarters. Because private quarters are just, you know, they're basic. This is my kind of basic. I don't know what your kind of basic is, but, you know, I like to have a little TV, a little drinking area. I needed an elevator system because this was just too tight to put a staircase in. So, obviously, we made the typical water vader to go up into the bedroom, which is just literally for my bed. That's all it is. I put a little decoration on the wall so it didn't look so plain. Put some carpet down so, you know, my feet aren't cold when I get up in the morning. So this is a cool feature. You can hide in your my water vader or the drop vader. But yeah, this is just very, very basic. This was just a cabinet to fill in some space. And then we'll go over here to the kitchen. Yeah, crying obsidian. pointless endeavor, but I like it. Okay, so over here in the kitchen, I actually have super smelters and smokers. Obviously, we have a little bit of farming right there. This is supposed to turn all copper green. Like, it'll look really good when it does. It looks good now. I actually think I might wax it now. But over here we have barrels that are marked with beef and pork and chicken and mutton. Pretty much all of our food supplies are over here. You know, because it is the kitchen. Then you go up here to the first floor, and obviously the wood. This is spruce. That's my jungle wood. That's my oak. Over here we have stone, like cobblestone and stone, and I think that's diorite. Yep. And then over here we have like netherrack and oh yep, prismarine, ice, all the other random blocks. Over here you have like dirt and bricks and terracotta? No, clay. Terracotta. And then of course you come up here and you got leaves and then seeds and like other odd things you grow, and then saplings. And then we got endstone type like deal stuff and wool and more wool, which there's beds over here, and then more random stuff that are dropped or found, like glowstone, you know, the more random stuff. And then hostile mobs, passive mobs, and then I actually have plenty of space to expand. This is equipment. Like up here is swords, over here is axolotls. That one has axes, that's supposed to be pickaxes, which all of those are in use or such. But I actually have an entire another floor to actually expand to. So always make your storage unit a little bit bigger than you want it or you need it at that moment, because you're always going to need more space. Alright, so we're going to go down here. We've done the 3 towers on the inside. We'll go ahead and step out the back door, and that's where you start getting into more of the idea of the tower was it was going to be my home, but I had so much space I turned it kind of into a resort. That's what the dining hall is for. Like the dining hall, if you look, has booths. Even though they're eating weird stuff, it's booths. And there's like little, you know, couples areas and individual areas. And then the whole main floor in the center is for like entertaining or putting on a show and stuff. That's my scaffolding box. We'll go ahead and put that away because that goes right here in my to-do chest, which there's nothing left to do, and because we're not going to do phase 4. But so the back area, I know what I'm going to do with everything here in the front. I'm going to make a garden. I'm going to make hidden little secret gardens in there. I'm going to make it so you can't jump up it, so you have to walk up the stairs or fly in. But what am I going to do with the back? And once I did the dining hall, and I made the dining hall into basically a restaurant, I was like, well, what if I did kind of like a resort area back outside? So that's what I did. I did like a little resort area where people can come and they can chill out for a little while. There's actual grill. That's a giant pizza oven, a big giant grill. And then over here, you've got a picnic table with a pagoda. I think that's what that is pagoda. And over here, you got a campfire area where you can sit out in the campfire. Obviously, a back door for the private quarters. And then over here is like a private area for sunbathing, however you want. So, but before I built all that, after I kind of started on the tower, I had to take a little bit of a break, and I wound up, because we had these and I wanted to plant them, I made a hot springs down there, which that's what this is the hot springs jump. If you do it right, you don't die. And then to fill in this area, I wound up taking and, you know, I wanted to put up some cherry trees because I like the cherry trees and they go well with the purple of these things. Chorus fruit. Chorus stem, whatever they are. Anyway, so I put up some cherry trees, hung some lanterns. I obviously did a lot of my lighting hidden, but then because there was no real way to get up and down from the jump, the hot springs jump, I put in a staircase on the backside. But I think, yeah, I think that might actually be everything for the actual phase 3. I think that's everything in phase 3. Yeah, that's everything in phase 3. So, on that note, I'm going to go back into my building. I'm going to say, my name is Solomon Bailey. Online tag name HaloNix76. I'm creepy but safe. And you stay creepy but safe. And I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, one last thing. I did actually finish the cactus farm and make it look like a real cactus. Best you can do in Minecraft anyway.